Most retirees spend decades dreaming about freedom. No more bosses, no more alarm clocks, no more schedules, just freedom. But here's something nobody talks about. A surprising number of retirees discover something they never expected. Retirement gives them freedom, but it doesn't automatically give them purpose. And sooner or later, many retirees find themselves asking the same question, now what? And for thousands of Americans, the answer to that question has become something called the Great Loop, a 6,000-mile boating journey that has quietly become one of the biggest retirement dreams in America. People spend years planning it. Some even sell their homes to do it. But why? What makes this journey so special that complete strangers dedicate 1 or 2 years of their lives to it? That's what we're about to find out. The Great Loop is a 6,000-mile water route that circles the eastern United States through rivers, canals, lakes, and coastal waterways. Most people take anywhere from 1 to 2 years to complete it, and for many retirees, it's become the ultimate retirement adventure. On paper, it sounds like a boating trip, but ask anyone who's completed it, and they'll tell you it's something much bigger than that. Freedom unlike anything else. After 40 years of alarm clocks, deadlines, and other people's expectations, freedom starts to mean something different than it did at 25. On the Great Loop, there's no fixed schedule, no employer determining where you'll be on a Tuesday morning, no itinerary handed to you by a cruise line or a tour company. You choose your destinations. You choose your pace. If a small river town captures your imagination, you stay an extra week. If the weather looks better somewhere else, you simply go there instead. This kind of freedom is almost disorienting at first for people who spent decades operating on someone else's clock. One retired looper described the strange sensation of waking up on a Tuesday with absolutely nothing he had to do, and how long it took before that feeling stopped causing low-grade anxiety and started feeling like exactly what he'd been waiting for his entire working life. The loop strips away the structure that defined most people's adult lives. For many retirees, that's both unsettling and incredibly liberating at the same time. If you're enjoying this video, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to Boat Hunter, and turn on notifications. We cover boats, trawlers, liveaboards, and retirement adventures every single day. America from a completely different perspective. Most Americans see their own country from the interstate at 70 miles an hour through a windshield, stopping only for gas and fast food. The Great Loop shows you something else entirely. Small river towns that most tourists will never visit in their lifetime. Places with century-old main streets and a single diner where the waitress already knows your order by your second visit. Historic communities along the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers that built their entire identity around the water long before highways existed. Tiny marinas tucked into corners of the map that don't show up on any tourist brochure, run by people who've spent their whole lives on that particular stretch of water and have stories to prove it. Hidden coastal gems along the Gulf and the Atlantic that reveal themselves only to people moving slowly enough to actually notice them. Loopers consistently describe this as one of the most unexpectedly moving parts of the entire journey. They didn't sign up to see America differently. They signed up for a boat trip, but somewhere around month 3 or 4, they realize they're seeing their own country with completely fresh eyes, the way a foreign visitor might see it, full of curiosity instead of familiarity. The floating retirement lifestyle. There's something genuinely freeing about owning less. Moving onto a boat for the loop means downsizing dramatically, and while that sounds like sacrifice on paper, most loopers describe the opposite experience. The simplicity becomes the gift. No house to maintain. No yard demanding attention every weekend. No closets full of things accumulated over decades that nobody actually uses anymore. Life gets reduced down to what genuinely matters, what fits in a relatively small space, what earns its place on board through actual usefulness rather than habit or sentiment. Many loopers describe feeling lighter once the downsizing is complete. Fewer possessions, fewer obligations, less time spent maintaining things they no longer need. It's retirement stripped down to its essentials, and for a surprising number of people, those essentials turn out to be exactly enough. A sense of adventure after retirement. Here's something a lot of retirees won't admit out loud until they're several years into retirement. Boredom is real, and it's scarier than most people expect before they actually get there. After decades of purpose, structure, and forward momentum provided by a career, many retirees quietly fear what comes when all of that simply stops. The Great Loop becomes something different. It becomes a mission, an ongoing project with real challenges, real milestones, and a genuine sense of accomplishment that retirement otherwise sometimes struggles to provide. Every week brings something new, a different lock to navigate, a new harbor to find, a weather decision to make, a piece of boat maintenance to figure out. None of it is boring, and that's exactly the point. Many loopers discover they're capable of far more than they expected. Every lock, every unfamiliar marina, and every challenge along the way builds confidence. Retirement doesn't have to be the end of adventure. For many people, it's where the adventure finally starts. The incredible community. Ask any experienced looper what surprised them most about the journey, and a remarkable number of them will say the same thing. It wasn't the scenery, it was the people. The looper community operates on a principle that's become almost legendary among those who've experienced it. Loopers helping loopers, strangers who become genuine friends within days of meeting at a transient dock. Boaters who share weather information, local knowledge, maintenance advice, and sometimes just companionship over dinner after a long day on the water. Marina friendships form with an intensity that surprises people who haven't experienced it. You might meet a couple at a dock in Alabama, lose track of each other for 3 weeks, and then run into them again somewhere on the Tennessee River, picking the friendship right back up like no time passed at all. For retirees who worried about losing their social circle after leaving the workforce, the Loop offers something unexpected, an entirely new community built around shared adventure rather than shared employment, and in many cases, considerably deeper for it. It can be more affordable than people think. Here's a number that surprises a lot of people considering the Loop for the first time. When you actually compare the costs honestly, completing the Great Loop is often more affordable than people assume, especially when measured against the alternative of maintaining a traditional house, property taxes, homeowners insurance, lawn care, utility bills on a house that's far larger than 2 people actually need once the kids are gone. All of that adds up to real money every single month, money that simply disappears into the maintenance of square footage that often goes unused. Compare that to the realistic costs of loop life. Marina fees, which vary but are generally manageable when budgeted properly. Fuel, which depends heavily on the boat but tends to be lower than people expect for a well-chosen trawler. Maintenance, which is real but comparable to what a homeowner spends keeping up a house and yard. None of this means the Loop is free or even cheap. It requires real budgeting and honest planning. But for retirees comparing it against the cost of staying put in a traditional home they no longer fully need, the math often works out better than expected. The journey becomes the story of a lifetime. Every looper who completes the journey comes home with something money can't buy, a story. Hundreds of stories, the lock that nearly went wrong, the storm they waited out for 3 extra days in a small Kentucky marina, the dolphins that followed the boat for 20 minutes one impossibly clear morning, the couple they met in Alabama who became lifelong friends. And often, the challenges become the most memorable part. Personal transformation rarely comes from things going perfectly. It comes from working through the moments that didn't. Many loopers say, without exaggeration, that it was one of the most meaningful experiences of their entire lives, retirement included. There's something retirement teaches almost everyone eventually, whether they're ready for the lesson or not. Time becomes more valuable than money in a way that's difficult to fully appreciate until you're standing on the other side of a long career, looking at however many years remain, and realizing for the first time in your adult life that the clock is the resource that actually matters now. Most people spend decades operating under the comfortable illusion that later is always available. Later we'll travel. Later we'll do the big trip. Later we'll finally live the way we always said we wanted to live. And then, somewhere in retirement, a lot of people realize that later has a way of quietly running out. Health changes, energy changes. The window for big physical adventures doesn't stay open forever. This is exactly why so many retirees choose experiences over possessions once they finally have the freedom to choose. Not because possessions don't matter at all, but because experiences, the real ones, the ones that change you, simply matter more once you've lived long enough to understand the difference. The Great Loop, more than almost anything else available to retirees today, represents that choice made real. A decision to spend the years that remain on something that will matter, rather than something that will simply sit in a driveway or a closet, depreciating quietly while life passes by outside the window. Maybe that's why so many retirees dream about the Great Loop. Not because it's 6,000 miles, not because of the boat, not even because of the destinations, but because it represents something all of us are searching for. One more great adventure while there's still time to have it. Have you ever considered doing the Great Loop yourself? And if you did, what boat would you choose for the journey? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd genuinely love to know. If this video gave you something to think about, hit the like button, subscribe to Boat Hunter, and turn on the notification bell. We post a new video every single day, real boats, real costs, and the honest side of retirement on the water. This is Boat Hunter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.